Hello guys and welcome to the Fest. Today we are at Audi Wittebrug in The Hague, the Netherlands, and this is the all-new Audi Q4 E-Tron. So it is actually pretty well spec'd. So we have RS rims over here, we have the Nardo grey color, and it's a full S-Line version, so with the S-Line interior as well as the exterior. So guys, this is actually the one of the most sold Audi Q4s, and that is the 40 E-Tron. So this has one electric motor in the back with 204 brake horsepower and a battery pack of 77 kilowatt hours. Okay guys, so let's start off with the exterior of this car, and let's start with the rear end because it's actually pretty good looking. It's like a mini Audi Q8, although it's not very mini, it's just a pretty good SUV. And as you can see here, we have the E-Tron badging encrypted into the bumper, which is actually looking really cool. So let's go to the side of the car. So right here we actually have huge 21-inch alloys. So these are actually the RS rims, and these blades are there for aerodynamics. So these should give you a lot more range in comparison to the open wheels. So here we have a sort of sloping roofline. It's actually looking really good, although you still have some headroom in there. So this is the charging port, and right here we have the AC as well as the DC charging. So this car is able to charge up to 125 kilowatt. And of course here we have the S-Line logo as always, and the Audi Wittebrug wrap. Okay guys, so here we are at the headlights of the Audi Q4, and if I unlock it with the key, it greets us like that, and I think that's very cool. A lot of Audis use this kind of matrix LED to give you sort of a greeting, and I think that's pretty nice. So let's move over to the rest of the car. So here we have it's not actually a normal Audi badge, because normally you have like the 3D rings, and this is just all flush to keep it more aerodynamic. Also the grille, as you can see, is actually pretty big as we are used to with Audis, but this grille is all closed for improved range and improved aerodynamics. And of course here we have the E-Tron inscription in here, and we have the parking sensors all across the bumper. And as you can see, these fans are actually real. The rest though, yeah, it's pretty fake. So guys, I'm actually really curious what's underneath the hood. So let's open that. Let's check out what we find underneath. So heavy. Actually it's a pretty heavy hood, and there is no gas strut, but we have a normal pin like that, and actually it is not very cramped, but there are loads of stuff. I think it's kind of strange that they didn't fit like a trunk space in here. I think there is room for some storage actually. But the things we have here, yeah, just your regular, so the things you find there, just your regular stuff, your air conditioning, your cooling system, and stuff like that, and also a 12-volt battery. Oh my god, look at this tail light. It actually looks really cool with the Audi badging here and the E-Tron lines. Woo! So here we have the key again, and if you press the button 2 times, it should open the trunk, as you can see here. So it's a electronically operated tailgate, and yeah, the trunk space is actually pretty good. So yeah, we have loads of stuff here to film these cars, but if I just take it like that, oh, there's actually a false floor underneath a false floor. So I think this is all there is. So here we have, I actually don't know what this is. Maybe this is a subwoofer, and this of course just a net to hook your stuff on, and a tow for your car to tow. Tow car. Okay. So let's try if it actually fits a human. I think it does. I think it does pretty well fit a human. As we shall now demonstrate. So as you can see, it actually did fit a human quite perfectly. It passed the test. So let's hop on into the interior of the Q4 E-Tron. So right now we are in the front of the interior of the Audi Q4 E-Tron, and the one thing that really stands out is this incredible steering wheel. I think this is the coolest steering wheel Audi has ever used. It's actually looking better than the steering wheel that's used in almost every Audi, like the e-tron GT and the Audi A6. So this is a hexagonal steering wheel, which means that it has 6 sort of corners, and as you can see, it looks really nice. So we have perforated leather here, we have semi-touch sensitive buttons right here. So this logo is actually quite different than normally, because as you can see, it's polished brushed aluminum instead of the chrome that is used normal. And further on, well, here we have the center display. So we actually made a quite comprehensive video about this whole system, which you can see here. And yeah, I mean, this is just all your regular stuff like navigation, radio. Oh, and as you can see, we have touch sensitive. Yeah, these are touch sensitive volume knobs. I don't really like that, but hey, it works. And of course, here we have the virtual display. So if we start off the car like that, you can see that is like really cool. It has some Google Maps kind of look and feel to it, and that works really good. In terms of the quality of the interior, I'm actually really, yeah, it actually looks and feels better than I expected. I actually looked up some reviews, and people were complaining about these hard, scratchy plastics, and which is actually true, but it's not that bad, to be honest. Like, these are pretty nice materials, and also on the dash, these are all soft touch materials, and of course we have the black trim here, which is always really good. Yeah, and in terms of the buttons and all the knobs and things, it all feels really good. And as you can see here, so these buttons normally are flush with the steering wheel, but now they light up like this, and they actually look really, really nice. So this car is actually equipped with the Sonos sound system. So it's an upgraded sound system with a subwoofer and more speakers than normal. So that is cool as well. And one thing that I noticed here is like this mirror is actually almost frameless, and it looks really cool. So these are the air vents of the Audi Q4 E-Tron, and if in case you forgot, it's actually an E-Tron. They are pretty big, but they look actually pretty cool. So, and as you can see, the Audi Q4 E-Tron actually has really nice chairs. So this is an Alcantara inlay with I don't know if it's real leather or fake leather, but it looks like leather. And of course we have the S-Line badging encrypted into the seat. And we have adjusting here as well. So let's go to the rear of the interior. So right now I'm in the back of the Audi Q4 E-Tron, and actually, yeah, it's fine. there's loads of room, there's loads of headroom, loads of knee room as well. So this car is actually based on the same platform as the Volkswagen ID4 and ID5, and I have to say I do prefer this car more. I mean, in terms of interior space, it's obviously quite the same. And one thing that I notice right now is, look at it, look. We actually have a bottle holder right here in the door. So this is not your usual so this is not your usual place for a bottle holder. But hey, it works. So right here we have a center armrest with 2 cup holders in it, which is always good. And right here we have, yeah, some storage for whatever, I don't know. Maybe you can put your phone in there. I don't know what kind of phone you'd have, but yeah, nice. And of course here we also have the Sonos audio system as well. And we have some nets here to keep your stuff, like for example your phone, which actually fits. So guys, right now we're going to take this Audi E-tron, the Q4 E-tron, for a drive. So right now the car is on and we put it into D from, that's what she said, drive, and we're going to take a little drive with this. Wow, so this car actually is really comfortable. So of course this is an all electric car, so we don't really have a transmission. It's a single speed, and we have loads of torque from the electric motor. So really from standstill, if you press the throttle, and it goes just like that. You don't have to drive it warm first, which is also nice in comparison to, for example, a gasoline or a diesel engine. And yeah, the ride quality is actually really good. So it's an SUV, and as you know, SUVs are pretty high, but because we have a battery in the low end of the car, we have actually a low center of gravity. So yeah, you can really feel it. It's better than a normal SUV. So actually we have a drive select button right here, which we can use to use different driving modes. So let's just get the car into dynamic for its full potential. And right here we can do a little acceleration test. So dead stop, press the gas and just floor it. Okay, so it's not fast. It's not fast. It has 204 brake horsepower, but it's a pretty heavy car. I do have to say that it is very comfortable. And also the acceleration, once you're up to speed, is not too bad actually. If I floor it right now, you do get that really push in the back, which is actually really nice. Actually, this car, as you can see here, has a heads-up display, which shows you how fast you're going. It shows you the limited speed of the road that you're on, and it gives you the cruise control thingies. Yeah, it shows you all kind of information just right in front of you, so that you don't get distracted with your eyes from the road. Okay guys, that was the review of this all new 2022 Audi Q4 E-tron. So this is an electric SUV with over 400 kilometers of range. It has quite decent performance. It actually looks pretty good, and it's really practical. So if you're in for buying an electric SUV, this should certainly be one of your options there. So guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next video. Ciao.